What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken near the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set. Watching your guys. Come with it. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go, D. All day defense.
This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. A pickup of about 3. Yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Second down, Haskins. He's got Thompson here, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down, Dallas.
Bring it. 51. Going to 53.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. We're going to 54. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check that. Go to 54. Go to 54.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go. Let's see what you got. Kill.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Go. Get out there.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Hey, you got 3 down. 90 is the
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
And the Cowboys 1st down.
Here we go. Rush in.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Prescott now on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield?
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the back, watch twits. Check, check out route.
On second down, here's Haskins. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 5-5.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 78 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's Prescott. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, You must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end.
He's crashing. He's checking.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
90 is in mind. Time to go. 90. He's coming. Double up. Check. Lucky. Switch it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end to the 47. Move. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 49. Check 49.
Here's Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do it, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check 13.
10th carry now for Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 52. Watch twitch. Watch the twitch. Gun. Check 26. Check 26. We're going to 54.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Check it back. Check it back. We're going to 52.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's taken down inside the 30.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now Elliott. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Check Mike 46. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check. Fresno.
Prescott on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan with a sack, the former first-round pick in 2017. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Maher is good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Switch. Hey, alert. We're going to 54. Wide in.
A give to Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Prescott now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Dallas.
There we go. 51, Mike, 51. We're going to 53. Out. Go. Get out there.
On first down, it's Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. That would carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 55. Hey, eat. Hey, let's get in them holes.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, this is Geis. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now Haskins to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyrone Crawford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Second down, Haskins, flushed out right. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Looking to throw, Haskins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check. We're going to 54. Line in. We're going to 54. Going to 54. Line in.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, Elliott got some room at the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 81 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move lateral.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.